Hey guys, Mark Hatmaker here at Mark's Assisting. We're going to give a tiny bit of a preview of what we're technically going to cover on Raw 106. We're talking about hitting the double wrist lock / Kimura in so many different positions. And here I'm not going to break this down in excruciating detail like we do on the dozen plus drills on Raw 106, but at least kind of give you a taste of what we're looking at. We're going to hit this position from the head and arm included, guillotine from the bottom scissors / guard position. So we know I got my overhook on Dan's head, also an overhook on his arm, and then we got the grasp hooked up. Now I could continue trying to squeeze from here and make the arm included guillotine finish, but this is about a 30%er right now if you look at the fight metrics. Again, we're assuming we're straight back, and we also know since he has the arm included, it's about a 30%er, and we're also really close if we get a high sweat factor, which we got one going on right now. His head is getting close to the pop out. How we want to start setting up, attacking for double wrist lock or Kimura on this arm without exposing rib meat. What I mean by that, we all know what this, usually to set up a double wrist lock, you see controlling the wrist first, unleashing the legs and sitting up into it. Now we see already Dan is, he's cocked back and automatically he's wanting to bust this up for me right now. So we don't want that if we can get away with it. So we go back down, we hook up this head and arm included guillotine. We can threaten him a bit with it here, but what we're looking to do for this setup is called a lift and a smear. I want to quickly release with the arm, included side hand, and underhook his elbow with my wrist. And sometimes it can be tight to your body. That's okay. You can use your elbow. I mean, you need to shove it up. Gives me a little bit of exposure in the back of that elbow, and then I'm pulling in. Notice how my upper arm, my humerus, my armpit are kind of trapped in the arm, already putting him his pulling his wrist down towards the double wrist lock position. We know that's how the anatomy of this thing works. So again, we got our hook up in here. It's not me trying to get wrist control, not at all. What I'm trying to do is lift and get a little bit of a cram in here, smear this up. Once I get the smear, I'm hanging on tight, release the head, come all the way over and get a double pull on this arm. Now once I have this double pull, that's when we start staking out and putting the hands together. There's a few other tiny details to it than this, but again, we'll cover that in more detail on 106. But I think you guys can see what's going on with that lift, doubling up, making the pull happen, keep everything hugged and tight in here, and then making the handoff. It doesn't mean he's not going to still be trying to wail away on my ribs on the other side once I release his head, but it prevents me from stretching that whole thing out, really putting a stretch of those intercostal muscles and making every single one of those little digs to the ribs hurting like hell. So anyway, a little preview there, probably enough for you to get started on it. And if you want more details, plus a dozen more drills to hit this position, this double wrist lock from all sorts of different positions, have a look at Raw 106.